it's not morning, it's afternoon. And what a happy day, kinda. Um, I have been in bed. This is now day 5. I somehow got this awful viral infection that's going around right now. And it was really bad. Completely knocked me out for multiple days. Today's the first day that I actually feel like a human being. But here's one thing that they don't tell you about pregnancy, or at least I had no idea. I will be 13 weeks pregnant tomorrow, so almost out of my first trimester. And I never knew that you couldn't take like any medicine when you're pregnant. Like nothing. I called my OB, I called my regular doctor because I was dying. I was suffering. I could not function. And they were like, take Tylenol, cough drops, a humidifier, or like a saline wash, but that's it. And I'm like, okay, that did nothing. I was suffering. I like called my sister yesterday because yesterday was the worst day of it. And I was like, you didn't tell me this. And she's like, oh yeah, you can say goodbye to medicine for the next couple years because you can't really take medicine when you're breastfeeding either unless you take a break from breastfeeding while you take it. And I'm a medicine girly. If I got a headache, well, pre-pregnancy, if I had a headache, pop some Advil instantly. Got stuffy nose, Dayquil, Sudafed, like I'm a medicine girly. I don't suffer. I get medicated. And some may disagree with that stance. Whatever, that's fine. I don't suffer. I don't like to suffer. I am a huge drama queen. I have what they call the ginger gene because my grandmother had red hair, and that passed on to my dad, and that passed on to me, which means I don't know if it's scientifically proven, but like the old wives' tale is when you have red hair, you feel things a little bit more, like medically, and like you don't do well with anesthesia and stuff. And I do not do well with anesthesia. The one time I was under anesthesia, I had to be kept overnight because I did so badly with it. And the same thing happens with my dad. The same thing happened with my grandmother. So I have their gene. And I'm also a drama queen. So when I'm sick, I'm not fun. I lay here and I say that I'm dying. Last night, Logan was like, what do you need? And I said a casket. Because I felt so bad. I was literally crying for hours last night because I felt so bad. Because I couldn't take any medicine. And I lost my smell. And then I was scared that I got COVID. And then I was crying because I thought I had COVID, but I tested negative for COVID. And apparently that's just like a thing of this virus that's going around. My sister had it. My dad had it. But they could have medicine. So they were better in like 2 days. Meanwhile, this is day 5 for me. And the first day that I feel like a human being. And now I have a bone to pick with the medical system, even more so than usual. Why don't you test any medications against like placenta? I feel like nothing should be FDA approved. Nothing should be safe if a pregnant woman cannot take it. Because why aren't we making things for pregnant women? Don't we suffer enough? Aren't we suffering enough growing a human? No? We're not. Our body is expanding, everything changing, hormones raging. That's not enough. But when we get sick, when we get a cold, when we get a virus, suffer through. Aren't I suffering enough? Medical system, come on. Cut us a break. We have to have a human shoot out of us one way or another. But I can't even take a Sudafed? Do better. In the year of our Lord 2022. A pregnant woman should be able to not suffer from a virus, from a like viral infection. I thought it was bronchitis, and then it turned into like a sinus infection, and my ears were sore. I thought I was getting an ear infection. What's that about? Let pregnant women take medicine. That's my presidential campaign. Because no one told me that before getting pregnant. No one was like, hey. Like, I learned a lot of stuff about pregnancy, especially like online or from reading books that I was never taught in school. Never knew growing up because I'm the baby. So I never saw my mom being pregnant. I wasn't really around anyone getting pregnant because I'm not only the baby in my own family, but I'm the baby in all of my extended family too. So by the time I came around, everyone was done having babies. So I was not around pregnancy. I helped raise a lot of children from just like babysitting and working at my church nursery growing up and stuff, but I was not around pregnancy until four-ish years ago when my sister got pregnant. And even then, I was living 2 hours away, just moved to a new city, was doing my own thing, and did not really have my finger on the pulse of her pregnancy. And also, she had a really bad pregnancy, so even when thinking about her pregnancy, I'm like, oh, but she had terrible side effects. You know, she had a really tough pregnancy. So I'm like, oh, that was just her experience. What? Pregnant women can't take cold medicine? They were just told Tylenol. Just Tylenol, rest, cough drops, drink lots of fluids. Tylenol is Tic Tacs to me. It does nothing. Maybe if I'm lucky, it'll take a headache away. If I'm lucky. I was an Advil girly. Ibuprofen and me were besties. I carried it around in my purse because I don't suffer. But no. Because I decided to grow a human in my body, the world just says, oh, you made this choice. You can suffer. And I say, do better, medical system. Do better, scientists that make medicine. If it's not safe for a pregnant woman to take, then keep working. Make it even better. Because it's not fair. It's not fair that I have to grow a baby and find a way for the baby to come out of me, but also for the entire 9 months that's happening. Just tough it out. You'll get through it. Listen, you should be happy that I'm recording on this day, even though I still like sound congested and nasally and stuff. This is the most alive that I have been. I feel so bad for my poor husband because he has just been taking care of me because he has the immune system of an ox, so he never gets sick. Meanwhile, my immune system said, oh, you're growing a child? We're just gonna not work anymore. And that just doesn't sit with me. I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, that's where I've been, in case you were wondering. 12 weeks. Pretty much my whole 12th week of pregnancy has been right here with this pregnancy pillow around me. Thank you to my sisters who bought it for me for my birthday. And my dog just chilling next to me, and I've just been suffering. I've binged a lot of Netflix and Hulu. But Lord, whew, you just learn a fun new fact about pregnancy all the time. It's just so annoying. Okay, that's my rant on pregnancy and sickness. Okay, bye.